JD and the Duffle Bag podcast, myself, Chuckie Online, yeah. This is Tiana Major9, yeah. And let me start this by saying this. I have to start it by doing this.
Okay.
What an absolute sensational vocalist you are.
Oh, thank you.
No. You know, like, not even on a breading one. Like, obviously, not on a breading one. Because I've been, like, tweeting about you a little bit since, like, 2018, yeah?
Okay.
And this is one of the reasons why I like doing this as well, because sometimes they place me in front of people that, from on an artistry perspective, I like having conversations with, yeah? But what sensationalism?
Thank you.
Sensationalism.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I want to start off by before we get into like you and life and all of this type of stuff and the music, I do want to ask you, how are you dealing with this COVID life right now?
It's cool. I mean, it's very hard some days to even have the motivation to do anything.
Right.
But I'm very fortunate to have a team that keeps me working and keeps me moving.
Yeah.
I've been working quite a bit throughout Corona, whether that be like me actually going to LA to work.
Oh, so you went out there still,
yeah? I went
sick.
there in like October for like 6 weeks.
Right.
Studio every day, like shooting content.
Oh, we give thanks for that.
Yeah, so it hasn't been all bad, but there are some days where it's just like, this is long. But it's cool, I can't complain. Grammy nominated in this time.
Oh
so
my,
it's lit.
Listen, we're gonna get there. We're definitely gonna get there. But yeah, I was gonna ask you as well, like, I know that for some people, yeah, they've been able to find it within them quite easily to create in a time like this, yeah?
Yeah. But
like, for a lot of people, it's been really difficult. It's even been difficult for me, to be fair, sometimes. Just like getting in the vibe of having a conversation or bounce ideas with people and whatnot. Like, must be the same for you.
Yeah, it has actually. I've gotten to the point where I actually like going into the studio to create. Like before I wasn't like that. I just would write in my room or write in like a home studio, but actually go into a studio. I don't know, it just makes me feel so good.
So wait, I know I'm getting into the artistry thing. I'm so quick now. But you prefer, do you prefer writing at home?
I prefer writing in spaces that I'm very comfortable in.
Right. And
now I'm comfortable in studios or certain studios.
What was it that was about studios that made you not feel so comfortable? Is it because it's a new space?
Yeah, new space.
A new engineer.
Like just a new environment. Like I have to mentally prepare. Like I feel like I'm an introvert.
Okay.
So I have to mentally prepare to be in a room with, I don't know, a producer or a new engineer, or if they have their friends. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing was kind of scary in comparison to being in like a home studio where it's like somebody's home, so they're already comfortable.
Of course.
I'm already feeding off that energy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you have like a vocal arranger that you might travel with, like someone that kind of, even though they might have their own engineer or whatnot, have you got like your one person that you'll take to the studio with you that knows you?
Yeah, definitely. I work with Progression, Progression.
That's my
Yeah,
I've
been working. Guy, you know? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So but by the way, just for people who don't know Progression, yeah, producer, songwriter, vocal arranger. He's the elder brother of Hailey from Western, certified music man.
He didn't come with me to LA this trip, but he's been to LA a few times with me to be in the studio and work on my project. So like, I guess when it gets like closer to the end of a project thing, that's when he's like in every room.
Right. What would you say, like over the past year in particular, because it's been like such a weird 12 months, something so massive has happened that none of us could ever have accounted for like that, What would you say you've learned about yourself within that time?
What have I learned about myself? I've learned that I can be very stubborn.
Talk on that. What do you mean?
Yeah, I've learned that it's like it has to work for me in the way that I need it to work. Otherwise, I just get a bit upset or like, I don't know. Like I've learned that I can be stubborn, and I'm trying to work on that. What else have I learned? I really like to cook more than I expected.
Okay.
No, I already knew that I like to cook, but I really, really, really like to cook.
Right.
That's what I learned. What else did I learn?
Are you musically stubborn? Let's go back to that.
Musically
Or
stubborn?
just generally stubborn?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like stubborn, but what's your star sign?
I'm Cancerian.
Oh, really? Okay.
Right.
I'm a Scorpio.
All right.
So
What
we're
does that
quite
mean?
similar.
We're quite similar.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're both water signs. Wait, are you water sign?
I'm very
Are you water sign?
a crab.
Cancer.
No.
Yeah. Cancer. I think Cancer's water sign. I don't
Is
know.
it? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm stubborn still. But I
know,
just had to
Cancer's
work on my behavior. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like the stubbornness, I can feel. You know, like when something happens, yeah, and like in your gut and soul and heart and all of that, yeah, you feel it deep in it. And because of that, sometimes my behavior in being stubborn was not the best. You get me? But now I've realized, you know, I can't necessarily control how that is when something happens that I don't love, but I can control the behavior a little bit. So that's probably the thing that I've tried to work on the most.
That's
you
good.
get me?
That's good. I'm at that stage still. I'm working on it. Sometimes I catch myself. I'm like, okay, come on now, grow up a little bit.
or let me just hear out this idea.
Yeah,
Let me just hear it out.
But no, with music, I'm very open. I try to be very, very open with music because you never know like what's gonna happen. I started working with a lot more songwriters this time around, and yeah, like I'm just trying to make the best music, really.
Let's go to the like beginning stages now. I know you come from a Jamaican household, right? Yeah, both parents as well, yeah?
Yeah, my mum was born here.
Right.
My dad was born in Jamaica, but he came over when he was like 16. But
okay.
He's been here for time, so.
And you grew up in East London, yeah? Newham.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Talk to me a little bit about growing up around them sides. Was it sheltered for you?
Yeah, I was about to say, my upbringing was very much school, church, performing arts school, home. Yeah, it was very much home, school, church, performing arts school, repeat. Like it was that. So I didn't really get to do like all the things that all my friends were doing. Like
you didn't get to touch the road so much.
Yeah, like even when it was like non-school uniform day, like I would have to beg my mum, like, oh, can I go? Like she'd be like, yeah, but come back at a certain time. What
was playing in the household though? I'm assuming that there was a lot of music being played in the house.
Yeah, so my mum would play a lot of gospel music. Also jazz music was playing in the house as well. It's just always on in the background. When my brother was living there, he lived there until he was like 21, I think. He was like showing me a lot of like hip hop, so like J Dilla, Biggie, and stuff like that. Then when I went to college, I delved more into like neo soul and like the jazz world. So yeah, it's just a mixture of things.
And not so much reggae music like that.
Not really. Like,
was it
reggae
because you
gospel?
Sorry, was your parents together?
No.
So they split up, right?
Yeah, but my dad has like he has never left. Like my dad's, even
Always
though they're
been
not
about.
together, like they're actually like very close. We go on holidays together.
Nice.
My dad has literally never left.
Yeah.
He doesn't live with us. Well,
but
my
he's
mum.
always been around.
Yeah. So I guess when I went to my dad's house, I would hear like reggae and like Motown songs and stuff, but not in my mum's house. I think, I don't know, when she went Christian, it was just like,
that's a different thing.
Yeah, like she just didn't want to.
Yeah. And do you reckon that sort of like contribute? I don't know, because I don't want to call you an old soul. Yeah, but like growing up listening to that style of music and stuff, yeah, did that naturally, of course, it would have influenced musically where you were going and stuff like that. But even just what you were listening to yourself, was that sort of like bringing out the old soul in you?
Kind of, because I was looking for artists that were, that had quite a similar sound to that, or that had like elements of all the things that I grew up listening to. So like, I found Lauryn Hill when I was like in like secondary school, like for myself. Like obviously I knew who she was, but like doing my research, I found her, and she had all the elements of the things that I like. So she had the hip hop, she had the R&B.
It's outrageous that she's only got one album,
It's
though,
crazy.
isn't it? I can't.
But
even
she has
believe
another one though. She has the MTV Unplugged.
Yeah, but you get what I'm
album,
saying.
Man. It's a good album. I don't even want to get into
it. Yeah, but Lauren, like, obviously Lauren's the coldest, isn't it? But we needed, like, where are we? Well, it's 2021. We needed a good 8 minimum.
8.
What, 8 albums we could have got?
It's a lot of work, you know.
I hear you still.
That's a lot of work.
I hear that, but we're gonna get 8 from you minimum.
Oh, 100%. We're getting loads. Don't worry. We're not even putting a number on it. We're gonna get a lot of music.
So, like, see if you're a rapper, or you're a grime MC or whatever, you can pick up a microphone in spaces and you could just spit bars. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Whether it be in school, college, or whatnot. Like, as a singer, you can't just make a song. It doesn't necessarily just work like that. You got to find yourself in spaces where you are trying to perform and push yourself, put yourself in certain places or whatnot. Yeah. So see, like, when you knew that you had this ability, like, what was the plan for you? Like, how did you start looking at trying to get yourself in spaces where people could see you?
Well, to be fair, I've always kind of known what I wanted to do. So, like, from a young age. My goal, actually, from a young age was to be signed, like, be like a child signee.
All right, okay,
yeah, get signed young.
Like a JoJo or something like that. You wanted,
be signed young and then develop. Do you know what I mean? That was the plan. Obviously, that didn't go to plan. But after that, like, after I realized that wasn't actually a dream, I went to college and I studied music, and I don't know, like, I was just really working on my craft. As soon as I got to 18, I was like, I'm going to be in every gig that I can find myself.
Just done, like, bare covers and stuff like that.
Covers, gigs, just literally just building up my following on socials as well.
Did anyone in particular help you learn how to write songs? Because, like, obviously there's a difference between, you know, knowing songs, doing covers, and then even just writing at home. But there's, like, a whole structure to a song, and even just, like, maybe even key parts in the song that people would say works best or whatnot. Did anyone ever teach you that? Like, not now, but from the younger days.
Yeah, so I feel like I've had so many different, like, teachers and so many different lessons from so many people, whether that be in school, like, as I said, I studied music in college. I also studied it in school as well. So, like, learning about song structures and, like, just the history of music there. But then I started writing with my brother.
Oh, what, he sings as well?
No, he plays the guitar and he composes. So we wrote a lot of songs together, and I kind of just learnt from him. We kind of learnt together, really. Yeah, just mainly copying songs as well, like structures. Yeah.
That's kind of how you learn certain things, anyway, isn't it? You just keep doing it, and then it becomes trial and error. You probably listen back to some songs. Do you ever listen back to some songs and think, oh yeah, do you know what? Nah, I was off there. Like, I could have.
Yeah, I listen back to a lot of my old stuff, and I'm just like, oh yeah, this is dead. Like, it wasn't good for the time because that's all I could do. Yeah. But yeah, it's not good still.
No, I hear you.
Melody, just concept, it's just not strong.
I hear you. So I tapped in with you around was Let It Break?
Yeah, Let It Break.
Yeah, that's where I tapped in with you, and I was like, oh right, like, she's kind of, you know what I mean?
Thanks.
Heard the first EP rehearsal at 9, and Mr. Mysterious, I felt like he was talking to me a little bit. Can't lie to you. Like, I remember at the time when I heard that song as well. I had it was 2019, and I think 2018 Christmas had just gone, so it was going into 2019, and I bought a puzzle.
Okay.
Which was a London Underground puzzle. Something just came to my head. It was like, you know what? Just get a 1,000-piece puzzle and just listen to some music and meditate.
Okay.
Kind of that. So that was the vibe.
Okay,
yeah, that was on that vibe. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, cool.
Not meditate, but zone out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, now I listened to Mr. Mysterious, and then before I knew it, I had it on repeat, and I'm like, the song was sort of resonating. I was like, right, what is he talking to? Like, do you get? But the EP though, like, it sounds, listening to your new stuff as well, it sounds like you are really on on a experimental vibe. Am I right in saying that? And if so, talk on that.
What EP? The
Rehearsal at 9.
Rehearsal at 9. I don't think I was obviously. No, I wouldn't say I was experimenting. I just really wanted to show people who I was.
Right.
This was the first time people were gonna hear me. I know that I have an R&B side to me, and that's very much a part of my music. I just didn't want to enter the game with R&B songs.
Why?
Just straight, because it's very easy to get lost in being an R&B singer strictly, especially in the UK. Like, I don't know.
Is that a scary thought?
What?
Like, just being placed as an R&B artist off the bat in a country like this. I think
being put in a box anyway is just scary anyway. So I think with that album, with that EP, I just wanted to just make the music that I really loved, and music that I didn't think people have heard in a very long time, from a British female artist. I don't know if that answered your question, but
yeah, no, I hear you. I feel anyway that, like, maybe from how I've seen things, that even from that point I started to see a lot more people talking about you, and I started seeing artists and stuff talk about, like, Stormzy has always had a lot of nice things to say about you even before you collaborating with him, and like, and other music people that are really in tune with a certain style of music your name would kind of always come up in text messages and stuff like that. So now I'm looking at, all right, cool. Is there label situations going on? I know that you are signed with Motown, but before that, like, were there labels that were here interested in what it was that you were doing? I've read somewhere that you had said that, like, there were conversations that were happening, but it felt like some stuff had fizzled out a bit.
Yeah, I think my manager David is better at telling the story, because he was meeting all the people, emailing them, talking to them, and I would come in where it was like they requested to see me, and do you know what I mean? Like, it felt good for me to meet them, because it just felt like it was probably gonna go somewhere.
Right.
So we had a lot of those. But yeah, as you said, it just didn't. Yeah, it didn't. I don't know why, it just didn't.
Was that disheartening for you?
Not really, because it was just like I didn't really expect. I don't know, my expectations were low. Yeah. For that anyway, like, I just knew if what will be, you know.
Yeah. I think in this country, like, as of now, and like for quite a long time, there hasn't, like, labels and stuff have not necessarily looked at singers like you as an investment yet. Like, they haven't, like, been able to take the punt and say, you know what, let's try a thing. Maybe because, or it has a lot to do with the fact that, like, rap, grime, and all of these things are prominent and stuff like that. But I do genuinely feel at some stage, someone's gonna take the punt, and someone's gonna pay off with it, and all that takes is for one person to do it, and then everyone starts doing it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm glad that.
You don't feel that way,
in terms of the I do. I just feel like there needs to be a, like, I don't know.
No, speak it.
I don't know, because I don't really know too much about the UK labels like that, because I just came in at the last minute where I was like meeting a few of them, and a lot of them were black people, but I just feel like there just needs to be more black people in the music industry in the UK, period. So, like, in executive positions, like
calling shots.
Yeah.
The way that some labels measure success, I think some of that should change, because I think that like, every artist that is signed, I'm not saying they all do this, by the way. This is not an attack. This is just from what I see and how I feel. Yeah, like, just because there's an artist that you might think may not necessarily have the number one song every time out of the gate, doesn't mean that they can't sustain a good enough revenue and a good enough career to do shows, tour, and all. Because you get certain artists that are like, some artists are way more performance based than they might be, sales based, but they can always travel. They can look at Shaka, for example.
Yeah.
Shaka has of recent time had some good chart success and stuff like that. Before that, he was able to. He had a fan base that he could literally just go and just tour and tour and tour and tour and tour. And when you go and see those people, they're so
cult
engaged.
following.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But signing to Motown though must have felt good though.
Crazy.
You know the history of that.
The history also, like, as I said, like I've been studying music in it, and every time I study it, it's like the history of Motown and the history of like popular music is always a module, or it's always something that you learn about. Right. So in school, in college, I even visited it in uni as well. So to be signed to a label so prestigious,
oh my God,
it's lit.
Wait, hold on, let's do this.
Definitely
actually
lit.
Did you obviously you must have flew over to meet the Don or whoever? Like you must have. Talk to me about that.
Okay, so my A&R, Lindsay, she came over here to meet with Progression. Right. And they had a meeting, and he played some of my songs, and she really, really liked the stuff. So she got in contact with my manager, David, and they just started building the relationship from there. And she requested to see us in LA, so she brought us over to LA.
Was that the first time you went there as well?
Yeah, that was the first time I went to LA.
As an artist, let's not let that, because I don't want to skirt over that. You know, as the artist now, you're still young as well. Obviously.
Yeah.
And then boom, like, oh yeah, we want to see you in LA, so that means you got to jump on the.
What?
Yeah. You get what I'm saying? That's a vibe, nah.
We went on Virgin. Do you know what I mean?
I hear that. What, business?
Yeah. No.
Oh, they didn't pattern that yet.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even at that level yet.
I hear
but
that. Soon come though.
Yeah, soon. Yeah. But now we went on the flight, and then we got to LA, and I was just like, rah, like, this is mad, because she definitely didn't have to like fly us over. Like, right. Do you know what I mean?
That shows intent.
It shows intent, seriousness, like everything. Anyways, we were there for a couple of days, and I even got to like record one of the songs from my EP, Rehearsal at 9.
Which one was it?
Dearest Dystopia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we had like a few meetings with them, informal meetings like at restaurants and
what, quick Nobu? What, a young what?
Nah,
not
this point. Not this point.
Well, they're soulful. Like, did they hit you with?
No, we went to this Mexican place called
right.
El Cholo, which I really, really love. If you're in LA, check out El Cholo. Like, it's fire. Like, they should sponsor me. But anyways, we had Mexican food, and we were just talking about like, they were just talking to me and just saying how great they think I am, and how much they really admire my work and stuff. And then I think a couple of days later, I actually had to sing for the label.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Well, I didn't have to. I found out that my manager requested that, which is, I was like, okay, David, that's what you're on.
Did you get told on the day? Oh, by the
No. I knew, so I was preparing for that anyway.
Honourable shout out to David.
Big up David.
Because obviously that may not have been part of your plan when you jumped on the plane or whatever and having the Mexican food and whatnot, yeah?
I think we knew before.
Oh, okay.
But
he's on such a belief thing.
Yeah, he's like,
he's on a vibe of, you see when she comes, watch what she does when she... Yeah?
Trust me. So we I performed for the label. The head, like the president Ethiopia wasn't there at the time. Okay. But I performed for the whole label, and it was nice. Didn't hear back from them for a while. Okay. But I personally didn't hear back from them because obviously David was dealing with everything. Then fast forward to my headline show. And my A&R comes to the UK to see me perform specifically. Nice. I think she was here for like 2 days. She loved it, and then
what venue did you do?
Hoxton Hall.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cute. It was a cute venue. Got sold out, which was quite surprising. Yeah. I didn't think I would sell it out. I wanted to, obviously, but I don't know. There's always that
when
anxiety.
you see when it's sold out, and then you see your flyer. With the big red thing, sold out.
Lit. What? It's lit.
I'm telling you.
It's very, very lit. So, she came and she loved the performance. And then after that, we signed. And, we've just been here.
And then that's it. It's been like ever since. Well, listen, the new EP, yeah, at 6s and 7s. Yeah, let me tell you something now. Actually, before I even do all of that, yeah, tell me about this person.
What
Like,
person?
tell me about I feel like you went into this project, yeah, with someone in mind. Do you get me? Like, tell me about this person. Let's talk about it. Because see me, yeah, I've been talking about this a lot recently. I love you, man.
I know, I love too. It's
I
great.
love it, innit?
Yeah,
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about
love. Lucky.
Okay.
Right. When I listen to that, I feel like there's someone in mind. Tell me about this person.
Lucky, there wasn't anyone in mind. I'm not gonna lie. But as I said, I love love, so I feel like I can conceptualize songs about love very easily. We went to Las Vegas for the first time for the Soul Train Awards, and I don't know, it kind of just reminded me how much I love music, and that's what it was inspired by. But yeah, that's Lucky.
Think About You.
Oh my gosh!
Don't do that. Don't do that. Let me tell you something. Yeah. See, when I heard that, can I say as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that I really liked, and what I really liked about this project is, I feel like, for me anyway, there's an element of like a roots tapping into that you've kind of done with tunes like that. Do you get what I'm saying? And even Real Affair, when I'm listening to Real Affair, yeah, I kept rewinding the tune in the car. I'm like, why am I doing that? Then I realized, oh yeah, Richie Spice is in the thing. Yeah, marijuana by the car.
Yeah.
I said, what? That was it. I'm like, but you might not know what I'm talking about. Go and listen to Real Affair, yeah? When you hear the sample, Richie Spice.
Yeah.
But anyway, but yeah, so.
Think About You. Oh, that was a song that it took me a while to write. Like, I finally had the courage to write about it. Like, I kind of got over a situation.
Right.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm actually over this situation.
But you know when you're not over it, yeah? And like you are, because you get to that stage where like all you actually, because that's what you say in the song, you say all I do is think about you. Yeah, there's like, essentially there's like not enough time. Once the day is gone, but I'm still thinking about it. There's not enough time in it. Yeah? But when you're in that, oh my God, it's like
long.
That's all you're actually doing. Your whole day is dominated by the thought of this one person.
It's too dead.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's too dead. Like, especially if that person isn't even like nice to you. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that person isn't even like, that was too dead. So I think, I was over it by that point. So
it was easy. Would you say it was easier to write about it? Is it easier to write about something like that once you've passed it and it's like a past experience?
Yeah,
or is it easier to, do you find it easier to write about these things when you're actually in it still?
I think that particular situation, I just had to get out of it, kind of thing, and I just had to get over it. I don't know. I feel like I feel like I was kind of hurt. That's why I couldn't write it whilst I was in it. But after
the hurt though, innit? The heartbreak is a mad.
But I think it was more embarrassed. I was just like, why am I acting like this? That's why I was in denial.
No, I hear you.
In denial. I was like, right, like.
No, I hear you.
I'm a big man, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy, like.
I'm still out here doing all of that.
Yeah.
Waking up in the morning, thinking about, and then going to sleep, still thinking, eating food, at a wedding, driving the whip. It's like, like you could be in places that you're supposed to be having your mind's supposed to be completely occupied, but then it's being dominated by the thought of
somebody else. Yeah, but I think I got to see it from like the glasses isn't half empty kind of vibe. Like, I still felt good in that situation. It wasn't all bitter. Do you know some people come out of a relationship or come out of a situation and they only have bad things to say about that person?
I'm telling you.
They're not over it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, when you see, 100%.
Yeah.
If you are at a stage where you constantly got negative things to say about something, you still need some healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still need 100%.
Some
healing. Once you're fully out of it, then sometimes you could look at things like a lot differently.
It's real.
The Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So nominated Best R&B Song, right? Collide.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
Where was you when you heard that you was nominated?
I was on a shoot. So we just finished a shoot. I was in Westfield for like loads of different artists that were collaborating with fashion designers, and wearing the clothes but also performing and stuff. So yeah, I finished that shoot, and then on that day, that's when they announced the MOBO awards nominations as well. So I was already buzzing. I was thinking, yeah, 3 nominations.
What?
Like,
Me?
yeah, we were like, I was like one of the only artists that had like more than 1 or more than 2, whatever. So I was already on a high. Plus I was working, so I felt good. And then someone from my label called me, and he was just like, oh, Grammy nominated. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you mean MOBOs? And he was like, no, Grammy nominated. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I was genuinely like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And he was like, no, Grammy nominations.
Mad.
And then I checked my social media, and I didn't even know that they were announcing that day. So I had no clue. Checked the social media. I was screaming up the place.
Serious?
Like, yeah, there's no one in Westfield.
I hear that.
Yeah, I was running, screaming, shouting East London. It's lit. It was very, very lit. So.
I hear that. If ever there was a confidence boost that you could get, it would have to be that one now.
Yeah, it's crazy. It hasn't even sunk in yet.
Is it? Yeah. Family, everyone's super, super, super happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
My dad's been asking though for a year, like, so when are you gonna be Grammy nominated? I'm like, bro, I don't know. Like, but yeah, he finally got what he wanted. So.
Nah, man, that's amazing, and it's good that they've recognized that and recognized you and stuff like that. And yeah, like, it's just, as I said, it's a perfect confidence boost to just keep, like when you get their moments here where it's like, you think about that, you're back in the game again fully. You get 100. What I'm saying?
Yeah. On
a random one, honorable shout out to you for the style though.
Thank you.
I feel like you dress very well.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
try.
Yeah. Is this put to get like? Have you got someone that comes to you and is like, yeah, fling it? Or is that your whole always been your thing?
I've been to be fair, I've been getting styled a lot more recently, which I don't mind, because styling yourself is just, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot.
Serious?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a lot. Before I was like, obviously, like funding my style out of my own pocket.
Peace.
Yeah, but when I was independent, like, I was doing that.
Mad.
So like, I had to work on the side and do a lot of research for clothes. It was just long. Like,
have they now freed up a part of the budget in the deal where they?
Yeah, like, I don't have to think about. I just have to make mood boards and like tell my stylist what I want. So.
I get envious of people that can just fling on bare different colours and that, and it just works. Like, Poet is a man who flings on bare different colours. Chris Brown is the next one. Sometimes I look at some of the things that he, like, how he just the colours that he's put together. Yeah?
You could literally
and
do
I
that.
Think, nah, it just wouldn't look good on me. I think you got to have a certain type of frame for it. The brother's like flings on like purple, brown, yellow, green, and red, and it just looks wavy. And I'm like, what? I can't.
I guess this is just about creativity. You just have to be a bit more creative, a bit more free as well.
What does the future of R&B look like to you in this country in particular? I remember I did a podcast here where I did it with Dan, and we was talking about young gen don't listen to slow jams.
What you say?
I said young gen don't know about slow jams. Don't listen to slow jams and that. Their idea of slow jams is like The Weeknd. Yeah?
What?
Like, that's their thing, innit? Right?
Is it?
But then I was like, I've started to realise, I was a bit incorrect on that. And I don't know if at the time I was kind of correct, and now we're kind of getting back into a place here where like there's a lot of like R&B acts and stuff like that are fully getting embraced right now. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, people are really, really loving, or whether I was just wrong all along. But to you, how does it look like if you're seeing like all of these people now starting to, get some love, even if it means that it's artists from overseas and stuff like that? Can that obviously be a good thing for what's happening over here? Yeah,
100%. Everybody, like all the people that I love in the R&B scene in the UK, they're really killing it.
Trust me.
It's the future's bright. Like, it's just a case of everybody else needs to catch up, because
Facts.
these artists are really, really killing it. Like, visuals are sick, vocals are sick, concepts are sick. It's lit. It's lit. I think a lot of us we just need to keep working and just creating our own lane, just doing it. Just doing our own
just keep
thing.
cracking on.
Yeah.
And then what ends up happening is now people start coming to the shows and seeing what's going on, and they're like, whoa. I know obviously now there's no shows and stuff like that, which is a shame. Yeah. Because like, you heard that Cleo Soul joint. Cleo Soul's album, Rose in the Dark, right? And like, she's done really well with that. And I think, if she didn't get to tour it because we've been in Corona. Right. Do you get what I'm saying? If she got to tour it, then I'm telling you now, people would have been looking and saying, actually, there's all this conversation about R&B and this, that, and the other, but like, there's actually a solid amount of people that are fully tapped in and know what's going on. Bella's the next one. Jack James.
Oh, my days. Too many people. It's crazy. It's lit. I don't know. I feel like this R&B is dead here conversation. It's just not helping.
Keep going.
It's so dead. Why? It's just like saying something's not working when it's clearly working. If it wasn't working, you wouldn't be having the conversation about it. Like, there's people that are doing really well. We need to not have these conversations about, is R&B dead? But who do we like in R&B right now? Do you know what I mean? That needs to be more.
Yeah. Right. 100%. Because you know what it is as well. It's like, I think again, maybe it's when we was talking about measuring success and that. People are saying that based off, let's say Stormzy, I'm just using a mad example now. Because he's an artist from the UK who can now do the O2 Arena and all of that type of stuff, people are now saying, like, this genre over here isn't doing well at all because look, this person's doing this over there. And it's like, but it's two different things, and just because someone is doing this all the way up there doesn't mean that there's not success that is happening over here. Do you know what I'm saying? People are just people's idea of success, and something working, in my opinion, is a little bit screwed. And maybe I know that sometimes, like, maybe some purists or people that are that have liked the genre for a really long time might be comparing it to how things were back in the day, like how things were. I feel like that's unfair.
There's a lot of artists in America that are the same level as the artists that we have here in the UK. So like Koji Radical is a huge artist here for us. I don't know. Right. He's a huge artist for us. There's artists in America that are, I feel like that they're on the same level.
I get what you're saying. Do you
know what I mean? Like, they're on the same level in terms of fan base, like reach, music. But it's different. It's just different. But
that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
What are you listening to at the moment?
What am I listening to? I'm going back and I'm listening to like a lot of old stuff.
Yeah.
I just revisited Shaka Khan.
Right.
Trying to get into Aretha Franklin properly.
Okay.
So obviously I've always loved.
I hear you.
Yeah, I've always loved her, but I've never really delved into like an album where it's like I'm listening from top to bottom, studying it.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder, new stuff.
Oh, so we're going back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm trying to listen to the greats.
I hear you.
New stuff I really love. If you follow me, like, people know that I love Rags Original. I love Bella, Benji Flow.
There's a tune called Jennifer. Go and listen to that now. Go and listen to Jennifer.
Banger.
What?
Banger.
I need a Jennifer. Give me one, man. Serious.
Bruh. Jennifer, if you're out there.
Yeah.
Chuckie's looking for you still.
Keisha Cole and Ashanti. I know you must have was watching that, right?
I did watch it.
How did you feel about it?
I'm not like a huge fan of either of them, but I can appreciate their music. Like, I grew up listening to their music. I just thought it was really funny. Like, these versus battles are hilarious because it's just mannerisms. Like, it's just so real and raw. Like, and the thing is, we don't know why Keisha came late in it.
It could have been. She's like 2 hours late.
It could have been absolutely anything in it, but it was still like funny to watch Ashanti still be professional,
Right.
like act like she's not phased. I would have
Do you
been
know how
annoyed.
hard it
like,
is to be professional when something like that is going on?
But again, it could have been anything. Like,
I hear all
absolutely
of that.
anything.
I hear all of that, but see, that's where I need working on. Do you get what I'm saying? You tell me to come to a certain place and we're supposed to go back to back, whatever it may be, yeah. And now I got to sit in front of a camera and twiddle my thumbs and try and make conversation, and I'm vexed now. By the time you get here, I don't even want to take part now. That's how my thing works.
Same, no, 100. But I think also you have to see it from, it literally could have been absolutely anything that she just came from.
Better be a damn good excuse though. But to wrap, are you happy? How are you feeling? Everything all right with you?
I'm good. I'm trying to get happier. I'm trying to work on my happiness and managing that.
Yeah.
I've realised that it's very unrealistic for me to be happy all the time, every single day. And I think sometimes that's what makes me sad as well. It's like, oh, why am I not as happy as I was on that day? But I realised I'm a multifaceted queen.
Yeah.
And I have range and I'm very in tune with my emotions. So
that's a good thing, you know.
Yeah.
You know that, like, to be able to feel all of these different emotions and stuff like that, and feel them deeply is good. I think. I know that it's hard when you dip, but like sometimes, and I'm quite the same, innit? I just think that like the thing that is maybe key to work on is like embracing how you feel in those moments.
Absolutely.
Do you get what I'm saying? Embrace it, but just don't dwell on it too much. Do you get what I'm saying?
Allow yourself to feel the feelings that you need to feel.
Yeah.
And obviously, if it's sadness, like, you have to look into that. If you're feeling sad for a
long period of time.
Yeah, you need to look into that. But I'm just allowing myself to feel my emotions and not beat myself up about them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Honourable shout out to you.
Thank
Seriously.
you.
And like all the best with everything.
Thank
You're
you.
talented. You definitely got my support.
Thank
Do
you.
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
So-
big up you as well. Thank you so much. Everyone always sends me like the videos of you talking about like my music, or you
Is it,
mention
yeah?
me. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it.
Wicked. Well, yeah, have a good rest of your day.
You too.
JD in the Duffle Bag podcast. Tiana Major9, Chuckie Online. All of that. Yeah? Love.